Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to the Average Joe Dividends YouTube channel. If you've been following this journey, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe so that you do not miss future videos. Also, please click the like button to help grow this channel and get the word out on dividend growth investing. Getting paid just for owning stocks. This is what dividend investing is all about. This is my weekly buy video, and my current strategy is to deposit $100 of my own money per week and let the portfolio do the heavy lifting for me going forward. All dividends received will be reinvested back into that stock from which it was received. My goal is to put this money to work for me in the long term to build a growing and reliable passive income stream. I am a long-term buy and hold investor who focuses primarily on individual blue chip stocks as well as ETFs and CEFs. What we're looking at right now is my M1 taxable stock brokerage account, and we'll take a look at the performance over the last week. And we can see we're down just over 1%. I'm next going to go into my activity log. I'm going to show you where that $100 deposit went to. And we can see here, there's the deposit right there for $100. But there's a buy for $185.49. That $85.49 is part of this dividend that was paid to me on Saturday from Jeppy. That $85.53 looks like a few cents of it was left over. I'm going to click here on the 6 buys. So one of these is a drip and it's 5 buys. We'll see where this $100 went to. And this is of course based on my allocations within my portfolio. And with this auto invest that I'm doing, usually what happens is the underperforming stocks are being bought first. So I'm kind of buying things at a discount. This is not investment advice. This is just what I'm doing within my own portfolio, and maybe give you some ideas of maybe some stocks to take a look at that may be undervalued. And first up, we can see Pfizer, $18.07 of the $100 went there. And Jeppy, this is a dividend reinvestment at $85.53. Leggett & Platt, $34.63. And Black Hills, $37.79. This is where the majority of the $100 went to. And looks like a little bit here. Avista, $2.98. WP Carey, $6.49 of it. But let's just take a look really quick at the Jeppy, that this dividend reinvestment. We click here and we see this is just a dividend drip, a dividend reinvestment, buying an additional 1.5 shares. That's just a dividend snowball right there. And we'll take a look at Black Hills, that $37.79. It bought 0.65, so over half a share. There is what my biggest buy was. And next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to jump on over to a Google Sheets spreadsheet that I track all of my stocks in. Right now I have 70 different positions. I know a lot of people think that's a lot to have in a portfolio, but right now for me it's just right. I know some people who have many more stocks and have a larger portfolio, and they do quite well. And I'll just go over this tracking sheet for you. And if you are an M1 user, I think this sheet is a really good fit, and I'll show you why. Because of the updates, I don't have to pay for a service or manually type in the shares to update the sheet and get my new cost basis and things like that. It's as simple as a copy and paste if you have M1. I'll leave a link below. You're welcome to use this sheet. You can see I'm just going to go over the columns really quick and show you what it shows and how useful it can be. And you can see here it's got the company name, the ticker symbol, the share price. It is just using a Google Finance function, really simple, and it pulls it up. Now the shares, that is pulling from a tab you can see below. To the right, I have an M1 data tab, and I'll show you how that works. It's going to pull in the shares and my cost basis. Those are the two things that this VLOOKUP updates on this page. You can see here's the market value, here's my cost basis on each investment. You can see my gain or loss here, The dividends per share, I have to look this up manually, and to me it's not really a big deal. And yield percentage, and this is my yield on cost. There are simple calculations here. And the dividend date, this is the date that it goes into the dividend goes into my account. It's always 1 day later since M1 has a 1 day delay. The estimated dividend, this takes the high watermark of shares that I bought and multiplies it by the dividend per share. And these are all quarterlies that are showing right here. I have monthly pairs. We're in the light greens. We're in the first quarter. The first month of the third quarter. So I do a light green, medium green, and dark green. And we can see we're in the light greens. The blues, these are monthly pairs like a JEPI, Agree, Realty, O, and BST. So every month those are paying me. Let's see, where do we leave off here? The dividend, this is what's actually paid me for the month. We can take a look here real quick. Just in July, we're only 10 days in, and I've received $126.37 so far. You can see I track the dividends, the total dividends each investment has paid me. You can see that with JEPI I'm over $900 in dividends. And I also track the last increase. This is, of course, this needs to be updated as JEPI has been lowering their dividend for the last several months. And we're going to go down here. I'm going to show you a couple things this also tracks. You can see here's the market value of the whole portfolio. Here's my cost basis. Here's my gain or loss on this portfolio. Here's the current yield percentage for each of the investments. Here's my yield on cost. And this is the quarterly dividend. This does not count all of the monthly pairs because it only has 1 month per quarter, and I need to get 2 additional months. And what this table does is it adds up 2 more additional months of these, and it puts it back into here. And then I divide it by 3, and I get a monthly cash flow average. And I like to track the monthly cash flow average because I like to see progress when I buy more shares of stock or there's a dividend increase and things like that. And that's what I'm going to show you is I'm going to show you the effect of the $100 deposit as well as the JEPI dividend reinvestment. This is going to go up. Now I'll show you how I do that, how I update that. And I told you before, the M1 data tab is where I keep all of my share information, and I pull that from M1. And what I do is I go to the holdings tab, and this is a slick way I figured out. Instead of using a service or something like Plaid or anything like that, I go to the holdings tab of M1 and I grab starting from the name column and I go all the way down. You can see from my largest position, SCHD, and it's going to have the smallest position right now, which is American States Water. And the information it's really going to be pulling from here is the amount of shares and my cost basis. So I'm going to do a pay special values only in A1. And what I've done in columns B and C is I've put a share heading and a cost heading. What I'm doing is I'm aligning, you can see here's the shares for SCHD. I'm just aligning them, and same with the cost basis, and going down the line doing the same thing and copying that. And then what happens is there's a VLOOKUP on the other end, and for the share price, it just does a VLOOKUP. It's going to find TRV on the M1 data tab, and it's going to pull the number of shares as well as the cost basis. So it's as easy as that. And we're going to go down to the bottom. We're going to get the new monthly cash flow average. So we are up to $821.85. And I have a little ledger here, my monthly average dividend tracking. I show all of the increases as well as decreases in my monthly income. You can see when JEPI lowered their dividend there. I got the ones highlighted in red here to show any lowerings. Today we had with the $100 deposit, and the the JEPI drip, it went up. And of course, with me talking, I forgot what that was. 821.85. We'll just type that in, 821.85. And we'll see what that did to my monthly income. How much it's going to increase it going forward every month. So it added $1.07 each and every month. And let's just bounce back over here and just take a look. You can see the 85.53 is going up to 86.09 for JEPI, and that of course is if JEPI doesn't lower or increase their dividend. If they keep it the same, it's going to be a little bit more. But let's see, I think it was Black Hills that had the largest deposit to it, and we can see here's Black Hills. So the new dividend will be $11.95. The last one that paid out was $11.33. So it's going to go up over 60 cents the next time this pays in September. So we can see it's edging upwards. I'm going to go to my dividend tracker tab. I'm going to show you everything on this page. And this is just tracking for when I started doing these videos back in January 2021. The portfolio value was $18,700. The dividend for that month was $37.41. So you can see I've been tracking the quarterly dividends, and you can see how they've been quarter-on-quarter increases, how it's been going up and up. You can see my deposits. There is a very large deposits occurring here in 2022. I had some equity in the home I no longer own, and I deployed that money, put it to work for me, and you can see what it has done to my dividends. You can see in December I was nearly at $1,500. You can see March. So it looks like the low watermark for the lower paying months in the quarter. Usually months 1 and 2 are going to pay the least if you have a lot of positions like I do, and then the third month in the quarter is going to pay the most. So it looks like the low watermark in this portfolio is at least $500 for months 1 and 2, and over $1,300 in the last month of the quarter. And let's just take a look at our progress so far. And if we can see the 126.37, those are the dividends paid out so far. And I've increased my monthly average income for dividends $3.92, almost a 0.5%. And so this is the second week. We're going to kick that up to $200. You can see this is edging upwards as we go, and getting pretty close to $1,000 a month. I think that would be a really nice milestone to hit, getting really close there. So that's pretty much what I wanted to show you guys is what I bought. So we'll go back real quick. We'll review that. We'll go back to the activity log and see what those 5 stocks were. Again, JEPI was a drip, but it was, Leggett & Platt, Black Hills, Pfizer, Avista, a little bit of Avista, and WP Carey. And of course the effect on what it did to my portfolio, or added another $1.07 every month to my monthly income. So thanks everybody for sticking to the end of this video. Please click the like button if you got value from this video. Also subscribe so that you do not miss future videos. I am planning on doing some budgeting videos, maybe probably the middle of this week, and it's kind of an anti-budget video. I know when some people do budgets, they establish X number of dollars for each category, and what I really do is I just track my spending, and then I look at it afterwards. So I'm going to show you all my spending in June, and we'll take a look at maybe some of the challenges I face in trying to grow that gap, or maybe some high expenses that I have. So let me know if you guys have interest in that, but I still intend on doing the videos. But thanks again everyone for sticking to the end. I hope everyone has a great week. Take care.